So lowering your score need not be a tough thing. You don't need to practice that much. You don't have to make swing changes. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways that do not involve any swing or technique change whatsoever. You're just going to make better use of what you've already got. And if you can do any of these things, they're going to lower your score. If you can manage to do all 5, you're going to lower your score by a number of shots. So the first thing I recommend you do is warm up before you tee off the first hole. I see so many golfers get out of the car, basically get their clubs out, get to the first tee, have 2 practice swings, and they're away. And so many people say they blow their score in the first few holes. Wonder why that would be. Do tennis players get out of the courtesy car, go on centre court and start playing their match? I doubt it. Do cricket players or fast bowlers get out of the bus and get straight onto the pitch and start bowling fast? No, all elite sportsmen warm up before they play. Now, you don't have to go and warm up for an hour, but most venues have golf nets or a range. Go and hit 20 shots. If you haven't got any of those things, have at least 20 practice swings somewhere away from the first tee. And just get yourself warm up. Do some fast swings, do some slow swings, but really loosen yourself up so that when you do hit that very first tee shot, you're giving yourself the best chance of starting with the engine warm. Instead, you might be swinging it quite cold and swing it gentle, and you may steer it, and when you steer it, that's when you run into trouble. So you could hit 2 or 3 bad shots in the first few holes and that could ruin your score, and then you come home strong and you think, I've had 32 points today, but I got off to that bad start. It costs nothing to warm up. So get out of the car and do some kind of warm up before you play. You will yield better results. Okay, the second thing you can do to reduce strokes is stop chipping with lofted clubs. Just start by using straighter faced clubs. And I'm just going to stipulate chipping, not pitching. People get them confused. Chip shots go low and they roll. Pitch shots go in the air and stop pretty quickly. So I'm not talking about that lofted shot where you're trying to hit it over the bunker. You've missed the green, you're up to 5 paces from the edge of the green. You've just got to get it on the green and let it run to the flag. Just stop using wedges. Consider using a hybrid. Honestly, you could putt it, and I would encourage most people to putt. But if you can't putt, use a little hybrid. Failing that, use a 5-iron or a 7-iron. Just use straighter face clubs so the ball rolls more. You pick a target that's closer to you and just let the ball roll to the flag. Even your bad shots are going to end up much better than if you're using high lofted clubs and you hit a little bit behind it and the ball just goes 2 feet. So start using straighter face clubs when you chip. You will really reap the benefits. So my third suggestion is to have a backup. And what do I mean by backup? You have those great days where you drive the ball superbly, but we all know about those days where the driver just isn't behaving itself and we're missing fairways left, right and centre. So you need to develop a reliable backup. And what I would encourage you to do is go onto the practice fairway and try your 5-wood or your hybrid and picture about a 30-metre or 35-yard area that you're trying to hit the ball into. So think of it as a massive green and you're on the tee. You're just trying to get the ball into that area. You're not trying to do anything else. It's just get the ball in that area. Even if it's shorter than what you normally do, if you can get the ball near the green for regulation, chip it on to putt, you've had a bogey. For most people, 18 bogeys is a great score. What we want to do is eliminate the doubles and the triples and the quadruples. So when the drive is bad, put it away and go back to your club that is reliable and just work on that 5-wood and that hybrid and just keep it in that shorter area. Yes, you're going to be hitting further shots in, but you're going to be doing it from the fairway, not the trees or water hazards. That will definitely lower your score. This one's a big one. You'll really improve with this one thing. 60% of golf shots miss the green short and right from a right-handed perspective. Why do they miss short right, most people fade or slice. But secondly, people overestimate how far they hit the golf ball. So on this particular green that I'm standing on now, it's 30 paces from the front to the back of the green. So this pin is in the back third. It's still 1.5 clubs for me to go from where this flag is to over the back of the green. So my suggestion is, no matter where you are on the fairway and what club you're using, other than wedges, this does not apply to wedges, but for every other club, if you think it's an 8 iron, add a club, hit a 7 iron. Because there's about 7 to 8 meters difference between clubs. If I go 7 paces beyond this flag, I'm on the green. Downhill putt, sure, but I'm on the green. So many people just come up short because they don't hit enough club. They just overestimate how far they hit it. They say, my 7 iron goes 150. They're right. On that one shot, they hit perfectly with the wind behind them and they nailed it, it went for 150, but the next shot went 115 because they hit it a little heavy. And the one after that was about 120. Average it out over 10 shots. If you're at the range, hit 10 shots. And if there's a range with measuring capabilities, and there's more and more of those coming around now, just hit 10 shots, work out what the average is for your 7 iron and go with that. It won't be 150. So whatever you do, hit one more club than you think. Obviously, if there's a water hazard over the back of the green, maybe not do it then, but hit one more than you think, and you'll find you're going to hit more balls on the putting surface, even if you miss-hit the shot. So it's a great thing to do. You will hit more greens. More greens equals a lower score because it's easier to make a par, but it's much harder to make a double or a triple when you're on the green putting for birdie. So that lowers your score a lot. And the last thing I think you should do, not necessarily in order, probably is the first thing you should do, is get better at distance control putting. So golf pros on average hit 12 greens per round, the average tour player. That's what the stats bring out. The average proximity to the hole across all lengths from hit from the fairway is 33 feet. So if a golf pro hits 12 greens a round, they're going to have 12 attempts from 33 feet. Guess which distance they practice a lot of on the practice putting green through the week and before they play? Yes, 33 feet, because they're going to have at least 12 of them in the round. 33 feet, it's not that they're trying to hole the putt from 33 feet. They're trying to hit it as close as they can from 33 feet, so they 2-putt. You don't want to 3-putt. My advice is, if the average golfer just spent 15 minutes throughout the week practicing putts over 15 feet in length, 15 feet is 5 paces. There's 1 pace is 3 feet approximately. So if you can practice 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40 feet putt, add a 45 in there, get good at that distance control. I'm not changing your swing, I'm not changing your technique, you can use whatever you want. Just get better and practice more and more from those distances. You'll lock in that feel and you will hit more putts closer to the hole. You'll have less 3-putts and that's going to lower your score. So there you have it. There's 5 things you can do without a swing change in any way, shape or form that will definitely lower your score. Just pick one. Do one each week. If you want to pick all 5, by all means, but I would just concentrate on 1 or 2, and over a period of weeks, you'll just notice that your score is going to drop. If you want to improve your score, I'm going to put a link to another video just up here I know is going to help lower your score.